My name is Lalita. I'm from Thane, Maharashtra, and I'm a student of political science, and I've done my masters from University of Mumbai, and I'm doing the UFP now. In the past 3 years, I've been working in waste management. I've worked with waste pickers in Thane and Mumbai, and I was looking at this city from a very narrow perspective, from waste management only. Then I realized that that's not the only perspective out there. So I think that kind of interdisciplinary approach that the program attempts to give is something I was looking for. I wanted to start taking writing more seriously, which I wasn't doing when I was at the NGO. And I was also involved in the project implementation and the organizing aspect of the work. I'm more interested now in research. So I'm more interested in writing and mapping. So all these are things that I was really looking forward to learning, and specific research methodology skills, which I was keen on learning at the UFP. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I come from the social sciences background. We look at things in content. That's the only perspective we have. So if you tell me to write a 2000 word article, I will churn it immediately. But if you tell me to have a more structured understanding, so like how to convert that same piece into an infographic on Instagram or a reel or a video, so these are things that I did not know about. And I also met a lot of people. I met people from different backgrounds. So I now look at the city more spatially. So it's not just social, political, economic. There's also the spatial. I think having a skill training and other electives that we've had, and practica, projects, assignments, readings, it's been such a diverse mix of kind of thought provoking sessions that we've had. So I think I've learned so much in the past couple of months, much more than the classroom discussions with the faculty. I think peer learning with amongst the fellows has so helped me so much, and I've grown so much as a person in the past couple of months. To understand the urban, you need to look at it from multiple perspectives. And yeah, I think having fellows and faculty from different disciplines really helps. I think having architects on board, having engineers, having economists, having anthropologists really helps in that regard. So I completely understand why the need for an online term or online classes was arrived at. But as I struggle with concentration a lot, and I think the online term was a little difficult for me. And I think that the faculty took so much effort to make it easy for us by giving us constant breaks, by using different websites and having interactive sessions. And offline was amazing. I think having faculty in front of us, I'm back to the education situation after 3 years. So I think the classroom is so vibrant, and so are the faculty, and so are the peers. So I think overall it was good to be back in the same classroom, and yeah. I enjoyed the GSL training a lot. I enjoyed the methods in primary research, survey design, everything related to research. And I'm also enjoying the development communications class. And but by far the best classes I thought were on work, labor, and informality, because I really learned a lot about informal work, livelihood, and the way research is being conducted in this field on different sectors. I think practica was the best experience for me. I never thought that I could form my opinions after going to the field, because usually you go to the field with a topic in mind. And this was really different for me because we were just told to go and observe whatever is on field. And that was a very new experience for me. And yeah, the first time when I went out, I was only looking at waste management because that's the discipline I come from. But slowly, after talking to different co-fellows, talking to the faculty about whatever thoughts we had, we could really narrow down our focus. And having friends from architecture really helped, because now our topic was rental housing, and now I can draw a map, I can read a map, and I can, yeah, I think that I've grown a lot because of practica, because of the discussions that we've had. Really fun set of conversations, and each time I left the practica meeting, I left with more knowledge. Because to synthesize what is being taught in class with the observations is really important. So a lot of my co-fellows were experimenting early on with different research techniques, and they had already started using the mapping tools that we were being taught in class. So I think that having such a mix of field work and classroom discussions really helps, because then you can you learn a new set of things and you apply it on field. Yeah, of course it does. I mean, if urbanization is happening at such a fast pace, we need more and more people to understand, contextualize, theorize on it, and develop important data for the government, for different non state actors to work on. And I think that having urban practitioners who do the UFP and go ahead into the field and contribute to these topics will really help. So I'm working on the livelihood and nurturing care work of informal workers and domestic workers. So the project in during the project, a lot of domestic workers have been interviewed in Rajasthan, and their needs about the breastfeeding and nurturing work that they do, and the experience that they have at work, and the impact that lack of breastfeeding has on their children. This is something that we're working on, and I've really been able to uh, understand a lot of experiences of the workers by looking at the data that has been collected, and it's a fantastic um, repository of information. And for me, I think this really gives me more what impetus to go out on field and do the work myself, because now I'm only in the analysis bit and I would want to be in the data collection aspect of it. I think the class is quite diverse in terms of disciplines. We've got a bunch of like social sciences and pure sciences, engineering backgrounds, and other technical fields. So, in terms of discipline, that is there, and also in terms of socioeconomic backgrounds, I think the diversity really helps in terms of the discussions that we have, because I think I've been able to learn so much more because of people's life experiences, and I think that really adds to our classroom discussions as well. And but uh, I think that having more diversity would also help, like through positive discrimination towards other communities from the Northeast and from other tribal backgrounds. I think that would really help the program as well. But overall, I think the diversity is really good. I've grown a lot as a person in terms of my opinions. Some have changed. I've unlearned a lot of stuff that I came with, and some of my convictions have become stronger. And I'm much more like energetic about working in the field now, really applying my learnings, and I understand the need to um, use my writing as a tool to talk about different issues, and that's something that I really gained confidence about to write more. I think life at IHS is good. We Because we stay with all the fellows together, we cook together, we discuss things together. There's a lot more that we take back from the classes to our rooms, and we discuss a lot of things. And I think I've really grown as a person because of that. And having faculty with so much experience talk to us about their perspectives, and also the kind of skills that we're taught. So I think it's a nice mix of field work and writing and a lot of thinking involved. So it's been quite uh, it's been quite enriching. Yeah, I'd say that. We've had practitioners like from activists to IS officers to planners, and recently we had two activists also speak to us. And I think all these different talks give you something more to think about, and then you start immediately connecting it with what you've learned in class. So I think master classes have really helped in that sense. And there's also something more to look forward to because these guys are actually on field and they know so much more than what you're reading, what you're learning. So I think that really helped me. I'd say everyone should apply to the UFP, and I think especially people from smaller cities. I think that I really encourage people to apply because the kind of diversity, the kind of thinking that you will develop, the kind of opinions that you'll have, it'll really get molded, and you'll start thinking about more structural issues, and your focus really broadens and narrows at the same time. And yeah, overall, it's a great experience. So please apply.